Hey everyone, on this week's video, I want to talk about how do you get above problems? How do you climb out of an obstacle and keep moving forward regardless of how big the problem is, how big the obstacle is? You know, business in general is one of the most challenging things, especially as an entrepreneur. You're throwing yourself into a path. You have to learn how to do self-promotion. You have to learn how to sell. You have to learn how to market and all that kind of stuff. It gets crazy after a while. And there were so many things that, I don't know what your career is, but I want to tell you something. Regardless of how big you think a problem is, it's been put in your past so you can learn something from it. It's been put in your past so that you can grow from it. So maybe you're going down a certain direction, an obstacle comes in front of you. Maybe you're meant to go through a different way. Maybe you're meant to go to a different career. I don't know what that is for you, but sometimes life happens that way. There were so many times in our journey that we've had to go through that. When I was a young teenager, I had so many different things that I had to overcome. From, I didn't have my dad in my life. So how would I learn how to become a partner to my wife Rachel? I didn't know how to do all that. So I had to find ways to work on that stuff. I had to find ways to become a husband, to become a father to my kids now, to become a better business person, to become a better leader to our staff and so on. How do you keep moving forward regardless of the obstacle that comes in your place? Sometimes we all go through things, and sometimes our obstacles are more greater than the other person beside us. And if you ever find yourself in a point where you feel like there's no one else that's going through what you're going through, I want to tell you something that was told to me. All the problems, all the obstacles in our life, all the things that we go through are opportunities in disguise. And the more that you see them as opportunities in disguise, you'll start to think differently about them. You'll start thinking that when you hit an obstacle, a problem, something comes in your path, you'll start thinking, okay, time out really quickly. What am I meant to learn from this situation? What is Creator trying to tell me? What is the universe trying to share with me that I'm meant to learn in this? So as opposed to being reactive to it and thinking, oh my goodness, why me? You start thinking of, what can I learn from this? How can I grow from this opportunity? How can I use this and become a better person? When you start doing that, you start taking control of your life. You start being in commander of your whole life and your path going forward. When my first company failed, I felt like a total failure. I felt like everything was crumbling down. It set up my next opportunity, which was Niche Gear. Wouldn't have happened if I didn't go through that failure. My first speaking engagement, most of you know, I'm a paid keynote speaker. I go to different places across the country, and I do corporate, I do communities, I do individuals, and so on. And my first keynote, I fell down the stairs, right? Most of you know that story. I felt like an idiot. I felt embarrassed, right? But it set up another path for me to keep moving forward. So my question is, what are your obstacles? What are your problems trying to share with you, trying to show you to help pave the path forward to who you were born to become? Use all those problems, use all those obstacles as opportunities in disguise, and watch your life unfold.